Hi, Mari. Thank you so much for having me on today. It's such an honor. So, 3 tips to self care when working from home. My first tip is to treat yourself with kindness. And what does that mean? It means to talk to yourself, your inner chatter in your head, and to take care of yourself the way you would take care of a good friend or perhaps a child or a pet, something that you really care deeply for. Um, stuff goes wrong, we make mistakes, we don't live up to our expectations of ourselves, and in those moments, instead of berating ourselves in our head, take a breath and think about what you would tell your best friend or your child if they did the same thing, and use those words to talk to yourself kindly and remind yourself that you are human and things happen. My second tip would be to create a routine. Some of my clients say, "Oh, but I like freedom," and I think we all love freedom. But there's a lot of comfort to be found in a routine, and especially when we are working from home, whether we've been doing it forever or if we're new to it, having a routine helps provide a little bit of predictability and certainty. Well, maybe not certainty, but at least brings a little bit more predictability to your day, especially in the midst of so much chaos in the world. So it doesn't have to be super strict. It can just be, I'm going to get up at this time and I'm going to do, a few morning rituals for self care, like journaling, eating a healthy breakfast, taking a walk. And it doesn't, these are just suggestions. You can come up with your own routine, but kind of putting a routine in place for work and time to have fun and sort of giving yourself and then whoever else, your family and friends and others that you interact with, a little bit of an expectation of when they can expect to have your time and when they can expect not to be able to hang out with you. Or if it's work colleagues, when they know that they will not be able to get in touch with you, that you are conducting business during whatever your business hours are, and emails and phone calls will have to wait until the next business day. The third thing is getting natural sunlight and fresh air, especially first thing in the morning or as early in the day as you can. We are both part of and separate from the natural world, and it's the natural sunlight, that bright UV light early in the day helps to wake you and make you feel more energized for the rest of the day, and helps to set your circadian rhythm so that you are both productive during the day and also sleep much more soundly at night. And you just 5-10 minutes, maybe while you're enjoying your morning coffee, or if you have a dog or children, take them for a walk early in the day, and just enjoy being outside, breathing the fresh air. Even on a cloudy day, a lot of UV light is still coming through the clouds, and so this can still benefit you no matter what the weather. Obviously, if it's thundering and lightning, skip that day. But in general, there is no bad weather, just bad clothing. And then the final thing I have is an exercise, and it's called EFT, or tapping for short, and it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it combines a couple of things, but it's mostly based on accessing the energy meridians that are recognized by Chinese medicine. So what the idea is to sort of help, it just takes a couple of minutes, help to bring you relief from either pain or anxiety and stress, and by combining both the mental and the physical. So there's several tapping points. The first one is called the karate chop point. And so we use 3 fingers just so that we widen our area of tapping to make sure that we're getting it. And you just want to use your fingertips and gently tap on the side of your hand. And you can right or left, it doesn't matter which one you use, whichever is more comfortable. And you'll tap on the karate chop point first. And I'm just going to go through the points first. And then the top of the head, so right at the crown, like right at the top. If you just think about, like, kind of visualize where is the very tip top of my head. And then above the eye, so it's going to be right on the brow bone, basically in the center. And again, if you're using 3 fingers, that helps to make sure you've got the right spot. And then the outer eye, so we're just going to go to 2 fingers here, and it's right on the bone there, right at the edge of the eye socket. And then it'll be under the eye, so again, you're feeling for the edge of the eye socket there, and just right on the bone, just gentle tapping with the tips of your soft tips of your fingers. And then under the nose, and so right in that little spot above your teeth, below your nose, just some gentle tapping right in the middle there. And then under the chin, above the chin, under the lip, right in that crease there. And then the next one's a little bit harder to find, and so if you maybe use all 4 fingers, but I'll show you my chest here. You're going to find the end of your collarbone, and then you're going to go just below, so on either side of the sternum, and then several fingers so that you make sure you get it if you're having trouble finding it. And so this we'll refer to this as the chest. And then the final spot is a little below the armpit. If you're a woman, it's going to be right around where your bra line is. Don't have a good, I guess, also right under where the pectoral muscle ends. So if you're a man and you're bench pressing to build up those pecs, right around the bottom of where the pectoral muscle is. So you just use 4 fingers there and tap right under the side. And again, you can do either side. So then what you're going to do is, what's bothering you right now? Is it some sort of pain in your body? Is it stress, anxiety? One thing that I feel like a lot of people struggle with today is anxiety, and especially with the events going on around us. A lot of us are anxious all the time. So I'm going to use anxiety as an example for this, but you can use whatever's happening for you. And the first thing I'm going to do is rate it on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most intense, 0 being nothing. And this just gives you an idea, gives you a point of reference for how well is this working. Is it helping or is it not? So you'll rate it, and I'm going to say I'm feeling about a 6 on the anxiety level. And so I'm going to come up with a phrase, and it's going to be, for me, I'll go with, even though I'm feeling this anxious or this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. So even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to relax. So if you're feeling pain, even though I'm feeling this pain, or even though I'm upset about this, name your situation, I choose to relax. Another phrase you could use would be, I choose to completely love and accept myself. So pick a positive phrase that resonates and feels true for you. So then we'll start with the karate chop point, and this one we just do to set the intention, so to speak. So we'll only do this one once. So even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. and then I'll move to the top of the head. And you can either continue with the whole phrase, or you can shorten it down to just the negative part. And that, because we want to make sure that we're reprogramming it. So you want to concentrate, if you're shortening it, just the first part that's causing you stress or anxiety or pain. So even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, even though I'm feeling this anxiety, even though I'm feeling this anxiety, even though this anxiety, even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety, I choose to completely relax. And so that's 3 rounds, and I am now feeling, I'd say, a 3 out of 10 on the anxiety intensity. And so I could continue to do a few more rounds of tapping to bring it lower, or maybe I say, I'm good, I can get through this now. You can use emotional freedom technique. There's lots of resources online and practitioners and people you can work with to take the technique way deeper and reprogram subconscious beliefs, and dealing with past, traumas, whether from recent adulthood or from childhood. But there's so many other places you can go, or you can just use the little bit that I taught you now, just to bring you some relief and peace in just a couple of moments, whenever you find yourself feeling stressed or in pain. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to perhaps hearing from you in the future.